Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. Don't forget, grab your smartphone and download the Lava Matra app and stay in touch. Guru Maharaj's message is your advantage. The following is a Sri Krishna Chaitanya book compilation given by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj on November 21st, 2021 in Sri Mayapur, India.
Shri Gurum Deenadarinam Shri Chaitanya Mishwaram. That's Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Today we will continue with the compilation of Sri Krishna Chaitanya book. Today's chapter is entitled as Estimating the Opulence of Lord Krishna. Brahma is astonished and struck with wonder. Under the section, the opulence and sweetness of Lord Krishna. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 21.1.
গ্রন্থকারের গৌর কৃষ্ণের মাধুর্য ঐশ্বর্য বর্ণনে মঙ্গলাচরণ।
Akatyek gatim natva hinarta dika sadakam Shri Chaitanya likamyasya madhurya ishwarya shikaram. Offering my obeisances unto Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, let me describe a particle of his opulence and sweetness. He is the most valuable for fallen conditioned soul bereft of spiritual knowledge, and he is the only shelter for those who do not know the real goal of life.
Lord Chaitanya is giving this treasure
So Lord,
to the conditioned souls.
so Lord Chaitanya is giving this treasure to the conditioned soul.
And how you are bereft of knowledge of the absolute truth.
In Kali Yuga, are bereft of the knowledge of the absolute truth.
He gives them the knowledge about Lord Krishna.
He gives them the knowledge about Lord Krishna.
And he is the shelter for those who not know the real goal of life.
And he is the shelter for those who do not know the real goal of
We
life.
are very much indebted to Lord Chaitanya
We are very much indebted to Lord Chaitanya
for giving him mercy so freely.
for giving us mercy so freely. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 21.3.
পরব্রহ্মে সকল বিষ্ণু বিগ্রহের অনন্ত বৈকুণ্ঠ ধাম, সর্বস্বরূপের ধাম পরব্রহ্ম ধামে, পৃথক পৃথক বৈকুণ্ঠ নাহিক গণনে।
Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued, all the transcendental form of the Lord are situated in the spiritual sky. They preside over spiritual planets in that abodes, but there is no counting those Vaikuntha planets.
Is that Lord's avatars are unlimited.
Just as the Lord's avatars are unlimited,
Each of those incarnations of the Lord have their own Vaikuntha planet.
so each of the incarnations of the Lord have their own Vaikuntha planet.
And those devotees are dedicated to those avatars.
And those devotees, those who are dedicated to those
Go
avatars,
to that Vaikuntha planet.
go to that Vaikuntha planet. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 21.4.
শত সহস্র অযুত লক্ষ কোটি যোজন, এক এক বৈকুণ্ঠের বিস্তার বর্ণন।
The breadth of each Vaikuntha planet is described as 8 miles multiplied by 1, 100 by 1,000 by 10,000 by 100,000 and by 10 million. In other words, each Vaikuntha planet is expanded beyond our ability to measure.
Vaikuntha planet very not inconceivably expensive.
So the Vaikuntha planets are so great that they are inconceivably expansive.
And each Vaikuntha planet, so many entities reside.
And in each Vaikuntha planet, so many living entities reside.
They worship the Lord in that particular form.
And they worship the Lord in that particular form. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 21.5.
পরব্রহ্মে আধার ও আধেহ ধাম ও বিগ্রহ অভিন্ন শুদ্ধ সত্য চিদালয় সময় ভগবৎ বিগ্রহ সব বৈকুণ্ঠ ব্যাপক আনন্দ চিন্ময় পারিষদ ষড়ৈশ্বর্য পূর্ণ সব হয়।
Each Vaikuntha planet is very large and each is made of spiritual bliss. The inhabitants are all associates of the Supreme Lord, and they have full opulence like the Lord Himself. This is how the Vaikuntha planets are all situated.
So the entities who desire to serve the Lord, be with the Lord,
So the living entities, those who desire to serve the Lord, to be with the Lord
in that particular form,
in that particular
and
form,
go to that Vaikuntha planet.
will go to that particular Vaikuntha planet.
And all of them have a form very similar to Narayan's.
And all of them have the form very similar to Narayan.
The only difference can be seen by certain distinguishing marks,
Only different can be seen by certain distinguishing marks,
like the Srivatsa
certain,
mark on the chest.
certain distinguished mark like the Srivatsa on the chest. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 21.6.
অনন্ত বৈকুণ্ঠ এক এক দেশে যান সে পরব্রহ্মের কেবা গণাই বিস্তার।
Since all the Vaikuntha planets are located in a certain corner of the spiritual sky, who can measure the spiritual sky?
Spiritual sky is so great
The spiritual sky is so great
that each planet, each Vaikuntha planet is large beyond our ability to estimate.
is large and beyond our ability to estimate.
And all the Vaikuntha planets are one corner of the realm spiritual sky.
And all the Vaikuntha planets are on one corner of the Paravyoma, the spiritual sky.
So, and how can we measure the spiritual sky?
Then how can we measure the spiritual sky? Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 21.7.
গোলকী সহস্র দল পদ্মতুল্য পরব্রহ্মের কর্ণিকার অনন্ত বৈকুণ্ঠ পরব্রহ্ম যার দলশ্রেণী সর্বোপরি কৃষ্ণ লোকে কর্ণিকার গণী।
The shape of the spiritual sky is compared to a lotus flower. The topmost region of that flower is called the roll, and within that roll is Krishna's abode. The petals of the spiritual lotus flower consist of many Vaikuntha planets.
Krishna Loka, Golok Vrindavan, is the center,
Krishna Loka Golok Vrindavan is in the center,
is bigger than all the others,
and it is bigger than all the others.
but the different Vaikuntha Lokas are around it.
And the different Vaikuntha Lokas are around it.
The whole thing like a beautiful lotus.
The whole thing looked like a beautiful lotus. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 21.8.
বিষ্ণু ও বিষ্ণু ধাম উভয় অদক্ষজ বলিয়া ব্রহ্মাদির অনধিগম্য। এই মতো ষড়ৈশ্বর্য স্থান অবতার ব্রহ্মা শিব অনন্ত না পায় জীব কোন ছাড়।
Each Vaikuntha planet is full of spiritual, complete opulence and space, and each is inhabited by incarnations. If Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva cannot estimate the length and breadth of the spiritual sky and the Vaikuntha planets, how can ordinary living entities begin to imagine them?
Brahma and Shiva are most elevated souls in each material universe.
Brahma and Shiva are the most elevated souls in each universe,
But if they're not able to estimate
but they are not able to estimate
the spiritual side,
the spiritual sky.
how to speak of others.
What to speak of others? Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 21.9 Ko veti bhuman bhagavan paratman yogeshvarotir bhavatas ka va katam va kati va kadeti vistarayan kridasi yoga mayam. O Supreme Great One, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, O Super Soul, Master of all mystic power, your pastimes are taking place continuously in these worlds, but who can estimate where, how, and when you are employing your spiritual energy and performing your pastimes? No one can understand the mystery of these activities. Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada, this verse is quoted from Srimad Bhagavatam 10, 14, 21.
So, since Krishna is the master of all mystic power,
So, since Krishna is the master of all the mystic powers,
and he is able to perform any unlimited activities
and he's able
simultaneously,
he is able to perform many unlimited activities simultaneously.
and he has various energies
And so he has various energies
and potencies
and potencies
to help him in his fulfilling his desires.
to help him in fulfilling his desires.
So this is beyond our ability to understand
And so this is beyond our ability to understand
how he can do all these things
how he can do all these things
and without the slightest effort.
without slightest effort. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 21.10
এই মতো কৃষ্ণের দিব্য সদ্গুণ অনন্ত ব্রহ্মা শিব সনকাদি না পায় যার অন্ত।
The spiritual qualities of Krishna are also unlimited. Great personality like Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and the four Kumaras cannot estimate the spiritual qualities of the Lord.
Since Krishna is the cause of all causes,
Since Krishna is the cause of all causes,
he is not dependent on anyone else.
and he is not dependent on anyone else,
He can do unlimited activities
so he can do unlimited activities
and beyond the estimation of even great souls like Shiva and Brahma.
and it is beyond the estimation of great souls like Shiva and Brahma. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 21.11 Gunatmanaste pi gunan vimatum hitavati rnasya ka ishare asya kalena yairva vimita sukulpair bhupam shavake mihika dvibashaha. In time, great scientists may be able to count all the atoms of the universe, all the stars and planets in the sky, and all the particles of snow, but who among them can count the unlimited transcendental qualities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead? He descends on the surface of the globe for the benefit of all living entities. Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada, this verse is also quoted from Srimad Bhagavatam 10:14:7.
Since there's no limit to Krishna's transcendental spiritual qualities,
Since there is no limit for Krishna's transcendental qualities,
you know, one is able to do all these great feats, climbing all the atoms, etc.
even one is able to do these great deeds like counting all the atoms,
Which seems very impossible.
which seems very impossible.
Krishna has so many capacities that he can never be counted.
Krishna has so many capacities, so that cannot be counted. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 21.12.
স্বয়ং শেষ কৃষ্ণ গুণ কর্তৃক করিয়া শেষ পান না ব্রহ্মাদিরহ সহস্র বদনে অনন্ত নিরন্তর গায় মুখে না পায় গুণের অন্ত।
To say nothing of Lord Brahma, even Lord Ananta, who has thousands of heads, cannot reach the end of the Lord's transcendental qualities, even though he is continuously chanting their praises.
So
So,
this is give us an idea
just to give us an idea
how Lord Krishna's qualities are unlimited.
how Lord Krishna's qualities are unlimited.
And sometimes we may think I know them all,
As soon as we may think that they know all,
can do something more, something completely different.
so he can do something more, something completely different. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 21.13. Nantam vidamyaham anumunayo grajaste maya balasya purushasya kuto varaye gayan guna sata nana adi deva shesho dunapi samavasyati nasya param. If I, Lord Brahma, and your elder brothers, the great saints and sages, cannot understand the limits of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is full of various energies, who else can understand them? Although constantly chanting about his transcendental qualities, the thousand-hooded Lord Shesha has not yet reached the end of the Lord's activities. Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada, this verse spoken to Narad Muni by Lord Brahma, and also is also from Srimad Bhagavatam 2.7.41.
This is just to illustrate
This is just to illustrate
how Krishna has unlimited qualities
how Krishna has unlimited qualities
and spiritual activities.
and spiritual activities. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 21.14.
সাক্ষাৎ কৃষ্ণের নিকটও কৃষ্ণ গুণ অপরিমেয় দেহরহ সর্বজ্ঞ শিরোমণি শ্রীকৃষ্ণ নিজ গুণের অন্ত না পাইয়া হয়েন সতৃষ্ণ।
To say nothing of Anantadeva, even Lord Krishna himself cannot find an end to his own transcendental qualities. Indeed, he himself is always eager to know them. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 21.15. Dvipataya eva te na yayur antam anantataya twamapi yat antaranda nichaya nanu savanaraha kha iva rajam sivanti vayasa sahayachrutayas tvaihi phalantyatan nirasanena bhavan nidhanaha. My Lord, you are unlimited. Even the predominating deities of the higher planetary systems, including Lord Brahma, cannot find your limitations. Nor can you yourself ascertain the limit of your qualities. Like atoms in the sky, there are multi-universes with 7 coverings, and these are rotating in due course of time. All the Vedic experts in Vedic understanding are searching for you by eliminating the material elements. In this way, searching and searching, they come to the conclusion that everything is complete in you. Thus, you are the result of everything. This is the conclusion of all Vedic experts. Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. This verse from Srimad Bhagavatam 10.87.41, which was spoken by the personified Vedas, is confirmed by Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita 7:19. Bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan mam prapadyate vasudevam sarvamiti sa mahatma sudurlabha. After many births and deaths, he who is actually in knowledge surrenders unto me, knowing me to be the cause of all causes and all that is. Such a great soul is very rare. Even after searching for the absolute truth throughout the universe, learned scholars and Vedic experts cannot reach the ultimate goal. In this way, they come to Krishna. When there is a discussion about the absolute truth, there are always various pros and cons. The purpose of such argument is to the right conclusion. Such an argument is generally known as neti neti, not this, not that. Until one comes to the right conclusion, the process of thinking, this is not absolute truth, that is not absolute truth, will continue. When we come to the right conclusion, we accept the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, as the ultimate truth.
When we come to Krishna,
So when we come to Krishna,
then there are no more empty doubts.
then there is no more neti neti doubts.
Krishna is the supreme absolute truth.
Krishna is the supreme absolute truth. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 21.16.
ব্রজে কৃষ্ণের অদ্ভুত গোচারণ লীলা বর্ণন সেরহু ব্রজে যাবে কৃষ্ণ অবতার তার চরিত্র বিচারিতে মন না পায় পার।
Apart from all argument, logic, and negative or positive processes, when Lord Krishna was present as the Supreme Personality of Godhead at Vrindavan, no one could find a limit to his potencies by studying his characteristics and activities.
And Krishna displayed all his transcendental potencies while he was in Vrindavan.
So Krishna displayed all his transcendental potencies and all his qualities in Vrindavan.
And therefore, it understood that this is the highest form of the absolute truth.
Therefore, it is understood that this is the highest form of the absolute truth. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 21.17.
গোবর্ষ হরণ হেতু চিদিলাস প্রকট পূর্বক ব্রহ্মার দর্প নাশ প্রাকৃতা প্রাকৃত সৃষ্টি কইল একক্ষণে অশেষ বৈকুণ্ঠ জাণ্ড শশনাথ শনে।
In Vrindavan, the Lord immediately created all material and spiritual planets in one moment. Indeed, all of them were created with their predominating deities.
When Brahma has solved in the cowherd boys,
So when Lord Brahma,
calves,
had stolen the cowherd boys and calves,
and Krishna manifested himself as each cowherd boy and each cow.
and Krishna manifested himself as each cowherd boys and each calves,
With exactly their mannerisms
with their mannerisms
and their form.
and their forms.
As Brahma came back from each of them, he manifested unlimited universes and
When Brahma came back from each of them, he manifested unlimited universes and
different sign deities.
different presiding deities.
And this was truly amazing
So this was truly amazing
to Lord Brahma.
to Lord Brahma.
He his own energy to create one universe.
And he used his energy to create many universe,
One
one universe.
just like there's many universes simultaneously.
But Krishna could create simultaneously many universes. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 21.18.
সেই নীলার পরম চমৎকারিতা এমতো অন্যত্র নাহি শোনায়ে অদ্ভুত যাহার শ্রবণে চিত্ত হয় অবধূত।
We do not hear such wonderful things anywhere else. Simply by one's hearing of those incidents, one's consciousness is agitated and cleansed. Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. When Lord Krishna was present in the earthly Vrindavan, Lord Brahma, taking him to be an ordinary cowherd boy, wanted to test his potency. Therefore, Lord Brahma stole all the calves and cowherd boys from Krishna and hid them by his illusory energy. When Krishna saw that Brahma had stolen his calves and cowherd boys, he immediately created many material and spiritual planets in Lord Brahma's presence. Within a moment, cowherd boys, calves, and unlimited Vaikuntha, all expansion of the Lord's spiritual energy were manifested. Wow. As stated in the Brahma Samhita, Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibhavita Bhai. Not only did Krishna create all the paraphernalia of his spiritual energy, but he also created unlimited material universes with unlimited Brahmas. All these pastimes, which are described in Srimad Bhagavatam, which will cleanse one's consciousness. In this way, one can actually understand the absolute truth. The spiritual planets in the spiritual sky are called Vaikunthas, and each of them has a predominating deity, Narayana, with a specific name. Similarly, in the material sky, there are innumerable universes, and each is dominated by a specific deity, a Brahma. Krishna simultaneously created all these Vaikuntha planets and universes within a moment after Brahma's return. The word avadhuta means rambling, agitating, moving, absorbed, defeated. In some readings of Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is said, Jahar Shravane Chitta Mal Hoy Dut, meaning that the heart or consciousness is cleansed or used. When the consciousness is cleansed, one can understand what and who is Krishna. This is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 7:28. Esam tvantagatam papam jananam punyakarmanam te dvanda moha nirmukta bhajante mam dridha vritaha. One who have acted piously in previous life and in this life, whose sinful actions are completely eradicated, are freed from the dualities of delusion, and they engage themselves in my service with determination. Unless one is freed from the reactions of sinful activities, one cannot understand Krishna or engage in his transcendental loving service.
So when Krishna manifested the spiritual Vaikuntha planets,
So when Krishna manifested the spiritual Vaikuntha planets
the material universes,
and the material universes
and many Brahmas,
with many Brahmas,
some with more heads than Brahma of this universe,
four-headed Brahma in this universe,
some with more heads
some with more heads,
than the four-headed Brahma of this universe.
some with more head with the headed Brahma in this universe, then the
10
forehead,
heads,
10 heads,
20 heads,
20 heads, sorry, Guru
100
Maharaj,
heads.
and many heads.
So according to how big the universe was,
So according to how big the universe was,
Brahma has a certain number of heads.
Brahma has a certain number of heads.
And this universe is relatively small, our Lord Brahma only has 4 heads.
So this universe is relatively small that our Brahma only has 4 heads.
But he didn't know that there are other universes, other Brahmas greater than him.
So he didn't know that in other universes there are other Brahma who are greater than him.
Krishna showed his unlimited spiritual potency
Krishna showed his unlimited spiritual potency
to Lord Brahma.
to Lord Brahma.
And Brahma was truly purified,
And Brahma was truly purified
understand how Krishna is so great.
to understand how Krishna is so great. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 21.19.
কৃষ্ণ কর্তৃক অসংখ্য গো ও গোপসখা প্রকার কৃষ্ণ বৎস সৌর সংখ্যতই সুখদেব বাণী কৃষ্ণ সঙ্গে কত গো সংখ্যা নাহি জানি।
According to Sukadeva Goswami, Krishna had unlimited calves and cowherd boys with him. No one could count their actual number.
So Krishna has countless convoys and friends.
So Krishna has countless cowherd boys and friends as friends.
And his pastimes are amazing.
And his pastimes are amazing. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 21.20.
এক এক গোপ করে যে বৎসচারণ কোটি অর্বুদ শঙ্খ পদ্ম তাহার গণন।
Each of the cowherd boys was tending calves to the extent of Koti, Arbuda, Shankha, and Padma. That is the way of counting. According to the Vedic mathematical calculation, the following enumeration system is used. Units: tens, dasha, hundreds, shata, thousands, sahasra, 10,000s ayuta, 100,000s laksha, 10 times laksha is niyuta, 10 times niyuta is koti, 10 times koti is arbuda, 10 times arbuda is vrinda, 10 times vrinda is karva, 10 times karva is nikarva, 10 times nikarva is shankha, 10 times shankha is padma, and 10 times padma is sagara. 10 times sagara is antya, and 10 times antya is madhya, and 10 times madhya is parardha, each of 10 times greater than the previous one. Each item is 10 times greater than the previous one. Thus, all the cowherd boys who were companions of Krishna had many calves to take care of.
So the mathematical calculation in Vedic terms
So, these mathematical calculations in Vedic terms
is much greater than the mathematical calculations in Western mathematics.
is much greater than the mathematical calculation in the Western mathematics.
The scientists say 10 to the so many times.
So, the scientists have said 10 to the power of so many times,
But they don't have words for the, I don't know if they have words for all these. So anyway, Krishna and his always attending so many gods.
So anyway, Krishna and his cowherd boys are attending so many cows. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 21.21.
বেত্র বেনু দল সিংহ বস্ত্র অলঙ্কার গোপ গণের যত তার নাহি লেখা পার।
All the cowherd boys had unlimited caps. Similarly, their canes, flutes, lotus flowers, horns, garments, and ornaments were all were all unlimited. They cannot be limited by writing about them.
Not only Krishna is unlimited,
So not only Krishna is unlimited,
but his associates also had unlimited qualities.
but also his associates also have unlimited qualities. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 21.22.
কৃষ্ণ প্রকটিত অসংখ্য বৈকুণ্ঠনাথ ও ব্রহ্মাণ্ডপতির কৃষ্ণ স্তুতি সবে হইলা চতুর্ভুজ বৈকুণ্ঠের পতি পৃথক পৃথক ব্রহ্মাণ্ডের ব্রহ্মা করে স্তুতি।
The cowherd boys then became four-handed Narayanas, predominating deities of Vaikuntha planets. All the separate Brahmas from different universes began to offer their prayers unto the Lords.
This is the continuation of the pastime where Lord Brahma came back
So this is the continuation of the pastimes where Lord Brahma came back
and saw this manifestation.
these manifestations.
Krishna, although he doesn't appear very simply, actually had unlimited potencies.
So although Krishna he can appear very simply, he has unlimited potencies. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 21.23.
কৃষ্ণ হইতে লীলা প্রকাশ কৃষ্ণই সঙ্গোপন এক কৃষ্ণ দেহ হইতে সবার প্রকাশে ক্ষণেকে সবাই সেই শরীরে প্রবেশে।
All these transcendental bodies emanated from the body of Krishna, and within a second they all entered again into his body.
Krishna, simply by his desire,
Krishna simply by his desire,
he can create all these opulences.
he can create all these opulences.
Simply by his desire, all enter back into his body.
And simply by his desire, they all entered back into his body. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 21.24.
ব্রহ্মার বিস্ময় ও মূর্ছান্তে কৃষ্ণ কৃপায় কৃষ্ণ ঐশ্বর্য অবগতি ইহা দেখি ব্রহ্মা হইলা মোহিত বিস্মিত স্তুতি করি সেই পাছে করিলা নিশ্চিত।
When the Lord Brahma from this universe saw this pastime, he was astonished and struck with wonder. After offering his prayers, he gave the following conclusion. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 21.25.
অদক্ষ কৃষ্ণ বৈভব নির্ণয়ে স্বীয় অক্ষমতা যাপন যে কহে কৃষ্ণের বৈভব মঞ্জি সব জানো সে জানো কায় মনে মঞ্জি এই মানো।
Lord Brahma said, if someone says that he knows everything about Krishna's opulence, let him think that way. But as far as I am concerned, with my body and mind, I consider it in this way. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 21.26.
এই যে তোমার অনন্ত বৈভবমৃত সিন্ধু মোর বাঙ্গ নশের গাম্য নহে এক বিন্দু।
Your opulence is like an unlimited ocean of nectar, and it is verbally and mentally impossible for me to realize even a drop of that ocean.
Lord Brahma is saying that he cannot even begin to describe
So Lord Brahma is saying that he cannot even begin to describe or to understand
the opulences of Krishna.
the opulences of Krishna.
So he's really impressed
So he's really impressed
that Krishna has unlimited opulences.
that Krishna has unlimited opulences. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 21.27. Jananta eva janantu kimbahuktya name prabho manaso vapusho vacho vaibhavam tava gocharaha. There are people who say, I know everything about Krishna. Let them think that way. As far as I am concerned, I do not wish to speak very much about this matter. Oh my Lord, let me say this much. As far as your opulences are concerned, they are all beyond the reach of my mind, body, and words. Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. This is a quotation from Srimad Bhagavatam 10:14.38, spoken by Lord Brahma after he had stolen Lord Krishna's calves and cowherd boys, and Krishna had exhibited his transcendental opulence by recreating all the stolen calves and cowherd boys by his Vishnumurti expansions. After he had seen this, Brahma offered the above prayers.
Lord Brahma is the secondary creator of the planets in our universe.
So Lord Brahma is the secondary creator of the planets in our universe.
And he creates the, the progenitors of all of the entities.
He creates the progenitor of all the living entities.
Yet he cannot understand even a drop of Lord Krishna's opulence.
Yet he is not able to understand even a drop of Lord Krishna's opulences.
But he had to do great austerities to get the process of creating manifesting in his heart.
So he had to do a lot of austerities to get the process of creating manifested in his heart
By Lord Krishna.
by Lord Krishna.
Krishna was able to do much more.
Krishna is able to do much more.
And even a moment.
Even a moment.
So with that, one could understand that Krishna opulence is so great
Like that, Brahma could understand that Krishna's opulences are so great
that he cannot understand them at all.
that he cannot understand them at all. Thus ends the chapter entitled Estimating the Opulence of Lord Krishna. Brahma is astonished and struck with wonder under the section The Opulence and Sweetness of Lord Krishna.
Do you like our ad-free videos? Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day, and don't forget to like and share our channel.